What's up, you guys? David Fox here, the Black Belt Realtor, with another episode of the Keeping It Real Estate podcast, and we got a visiting guest here today. Well, a new staple. Are you gonna make these? Can you make these every week?
I should be able to. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Joshua, so you got the Bobbitt boys. We got. I can't really roast you and call you the associate broker now. I think that's right. We got our broker, Jerry Bobbitt. Youngest son, his youngest son, Josh Bobbitt, also licensed real estate agent. And then, of course, so Jordan Bobbitt.
Still broker.
Jordan, still broker. So we get two brokers. Okay. Yep. My man, you fixed it. All right. So we've got, we're playing a little bit of catch up. And as we typically like to do on the show, we start with it. We have an segment called Tales from the Trenches, which is just fascinating, crazy, incredulous stories about things that we encounter in real estate, personally, professionally, and then we move into what's been coined the Reddit rundown, but it's really just like excerpts from social media of stories, and then we actually have some mainstream local news here in Michigan, specifically Hell, Michigan, and looks like it just got bought. Who knew Hell was for sale? So everything's for sale, I suppose, at some point on this earth anyway. So, okay, so let's start with you guys. You said it sounds like all three of you were talking about definitely a Tales from the Trenches. I don't know if we're sharing it though.
I don't mind.
What do we? He's like, I don't mind. I'll drop the name and phone number.
Hey, I don't want to drop the name only because we're putting in a complaint against the. Of course.
So tell me what's going on. What's with our Tales from the Trenches, man?
So it was a half-acre vacant land. It's on the water, but it was in like Stony Creek. So if you're familiar with Stony Creek, it's water, but it's more of like a swampland. So it's not like you're putting a boat in and you're just going into Lake Erie, but still on the water, half-acre. The potential buyer really wanted it. They called the sign on the front, which was the listing agent. They gave them to another agent. The other agent, of course, this is all verbal, so cannot be proven. Said that I work for you, the buyer. I'm gonna be your quote unquote agent. Now, I said half acre on the water there in Monroe. What are you thinking for a half acre? I know, really random, but just ballpark-ish. What are you thinking?
A half acre? I don't know. I mean,
but let me explain.
Yeah,
this half acre is not even usable.
Where
you're not putting.
Yeah, I mean, where is it at?
Like I said, it's on the water, but you're not. You may be able to get like a pontoon on it.
20 grand maybe.
Yeah, that's cute. So I did.
What am I low?
You're low on what it's worth. It's probably worth like 60-70 grand.
Okay, all right. Wow.
They got her.
Come on. Like that's
that is what it's worth though.
Man.
They got her on the hook for $180,000 cash.
Ooh.
Because they said we've got multiple other offers and this is what you need if you want it. They knew what her max was, because she tried purchasing it years ago, and they just knew we can get her for this. They had her sign the agency disclosure that all of the agents on the property were working for the seller, so she did not have any representation. Mm-hmm. They didn't tell her any of this until a week away from closing, when they said, we're going to meet you at Cracker Barrel, and you're going to hand me over this $180,000 check for closing. And then she's like, well, when am I going to get, because there's a old pole barn that's.
So it's 180 grand she paid for it?
She did not, thankfully. She did not. We got, it was 180. It was 170 purchase price, 180 after closing costs.
For half acre?
For half acre.
Wait. What? All right. Someone text me the address.
So,
I'm gonna pull it up while I get it. Holy cow!
So we have her come in to write the complaint, because we're like, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z. So she's in.
Yeah. No, let me just back up and interrupt. Sorry, she's not. We don't have a buyer broker contract with her, so it's not like she's one of our clients. She called because now she knows something's up. She just doesn't know because she's just a layperson. but now all the red flags are just making her extremely nervous when they're wanting her to meet at Cracker Barrel.
Of course,
To
yeah.
consummate this deal. And really, it was remote closers. I mean, it was just a lot of red flags for her. And it would be a lot of red flags for somebody that's even in the business.
Understandably so.
You know,
yeah.
so that's where she got in contact with one of our agents and started explaining her concern, which led to us just getting involved, really just to help a person out.
Don't put the address.
No.
up there. I
I'm
was
not
just
gonna.
making
I'm
sure.
not gonna scream. Okay, so. Okay.
They've got it listed for that to try and make it seem like it's worth it.
But it's been that way for years, on and off.
What? So I'm looking at. I'm looking at the property. Bro, what is?
You're gonna have.
Does she like own the adjacent property?
She does.
Okay. Oh,
That's the
okay.
only reason-
Okay. All right. Okay. Because I'm like, well,
Exactly.
there's nothing.
That's the only reason she.
There's
wants it.
nothing. Oh, I see. So it's kind of a point on the water. I
But if you
see.
look at the water, it's
I mean,
More mud.
yeah.
it's like I said, you may be able to get a small pontoon in there. May. I haven't been in the waters to know, but
So okay, so she owns the one. Okay, so they're trying. Who's? Well,
so we haven't even got to the best part
Okay,
yet. So
all right.
now we've got Forewarn, our app, and
Uh-huh.
she was texting a couple different people.
Love
she didn't
that
even
app.
really know
Love
who
that
she
app,
was
bro.
texting. So we're like, hey, let's look these people up on
Yeah.
Forewarn to get their names and everything. In the process of doing so, we see 10 criminal infractions. So we're like, let's go look at that. The top one is, now mind you, this is an agent, and he's a registered sex offender in the state of Michigan.
When was he sentenced?
I want to say it was 07.
It's a while ago.
So it was a while ago.
CSE 4.
What was the So what?
It was-
Because there's classifications.
it was
Like,
four.
is it true?
2 and 4, I mean, back to my cop days, I remember if 2 and 4 are actual penetration. 1 and 3.
Four. So I looked it up.
If I'm correct.
4 was either under the age of 15, because again, there's multiple things. It was either under the age of 15, and or forced or coercion. So it was either she was under the age of 15 or it was forced or coerced.
Yeah, because I know like what's the one like if you like take a leak outside and something like that. So,
Yeah.
like is that true?
I think that's a 1 or
Is that
3.
true that you
Yeah.
do end up on
Yeah.
that? That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
rough, man.
Yeah.
So like, is there? This has nothing to do with real estate, but like Jerry, you got 10 acres. You live in the country.
Correct.
I'm sure you've relieved yourself outside.
Multiple times.
Is that legal?
On your private property.
on your private
on,
property?
on your property?
As
right?
long as you should have the expectation of nobody viewing.
I see. Okay,
Right.
so if you go in the trees and be
Right.
like,
I mean, if
okay,
I'm right
yeah,
on the property
yeah,
line,
yeah, yeah.
there's no expectation of privacy.
I understand.
If I'm 10 acres in, right in the center of my property,
Okay.
Surrounded
there's
by woods.
there's some expectation of privacy.
Yeah.
You'd
Okay.
have a problem
All right.
with that
I'm just
one.
just curious. So okay, so we our friendly neighborhood sex offender / real estate agent. So they represent the sellers in here, and what happened? Like you guys are just like
Just to clarify, I was incorrect. It is 1 in 3 that's penetration.
Yeah, that's
one in 3.
2 and 4
Okay.
are not. So
okay.
So we
So
are.
he was
He was a buyer's agent.
he was 4.
He was 4. Okay. All right. Okay. So
Yeah.
what is 4 then? I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. He's taking a leak outside.
he's on
We're
that,
talking
yeah.
mad smack. Dude took a leak outside. So-
That would be funny. Anyways, so we are filing an ethics complaint against
Mm-hmm.
him for the code of ethics from NAR
Does that
at
do
his local
anything?
board.
Does that do anything?
Yeah, depending on something like this, they can. There's because I actually was just taking a class over this, so they can charge him up to $10,000. So the ethics,
Wow.
they can charge up to $10,000. Now you better have a good reason for it, but they can, and you can also recommend to the state that their license be either. You can say revoked if it's a repeat, but most of the time it's like they need to take a 6-month hiatus and go do some classes, but it's not very common. It's most of the time it's a slap on the wrist and maybe a fine in some classes. But we're also putting a complaint in at the licensing division for Laura because
Not we, she.
or she, sorry. Yes, not we, she.
The
we're
client,
help-
the
Victim.
purchase,
the buyer, the
victim.
potential buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she out any hard costs?
$4,000 EMD.
Which that's a total different situation. So she'll not have to go to small claims court.
Yeah.
And
Which
argue
Where
the
did
case
she
there.
send? She sent to the brokerage.
She sent it to their title. I can't remember if it's their title company or their brokerage. Now it sits in their escrow, but
Get it back.
Should- can't.
And here's the thing, contractually, because you have to remember ethics and that are two different things. The EMD is between the seller and buyer. The agent's misrepresentation on her end has nothing to do with the EMD. So we told her that prior to going in, we can try and get your EMD back, but chances are it's going to just sit. And she was okay with that because, again, she didn't want to spend $180,000 on a vacant land that was worth $70,000. So she's like, it doesn't matter. I don't want to lose,
If it's unbuildable,
Which it's not buildable yet. You would probably be able to because it's not in the flood zone. So you would have to clear the trees and get perk testing, but they don't have the perk testing done to even know if it's buildable, and that's where we don't know if it is or not for sure because the appropriate testing hasn't been done. But even then, even if I'm going off of even if it is buildable, it's only worth $70,000, $80,000 tops. So that's where she was getting taken advantage of.
I guess I'm looking at the aerial view of it. I mean, I was thinking, I wasn't thinking it was in that part, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot for land.
Yeah.
It's way over.
That's-
It's not worth it.
No, I'm saying
Not on
like
a good
I'm
day.
saying like
Yeah.
even
Even the
70
$70,000.
70
Even
grand
70
sounds
steep.
70 sounds heavy. Yeah, like
There was
like,
another one further down on the opposite side, and this is where we even said like 60, 70 were being generous
I see.
because
Right,
it sold for
I'm more at
60
40,
yeah
30.
It
Yeah,
sold for
yeah.
65 and it was on the open water, and it was cleared. So like
Okay.
we're trying to like be generous when we're saying 60, 70
yeah.
grand.
Okay.
Like
all right. And that,
we're giving you
at
more-
at
yeah.
the tippy top.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Like, how long's Homeboy been licensed? Do you know?
I
didn't look.
check.
It looked like it was a while.
But he's
though.
not the only one. I can give you multiple stories where there are agents, brokers, owners that are very, very popular in the southeastern Michigan area. Names on the billboards and stuff, kind of guy. But and they've got 20, 30 convictions
Yeah.
for felonies.
Well,
Yeah, some of
well,
them are
I was gonna
felonies.
say for felony.
There's a few felonies
I
in there.
forewarned myself to see what comes up. You know,
Dude,
what,
I would have never hired you.
you know what's in it? Get out of here. Like what? Because I sold weed in high school. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, at one time I was on.
I
Jury.
tithed on it.
No. One time I was at jury duty, and they asked something about like, have you?
Ever been in
Yeah,
trouble?
well, do you any of your family's cop? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you agree not to talk to him about this case? I was like, this or anything else. And then they're like, have you ever been, under arrest? I said, yeah. What for? I was like, well, as it turns out, I just timed the market poorly. Had I waited until a few years ago, I could just got a marijuana license and well, you still can't
Made a lot of money.
Still can't sell it at school, like right. So like that's but
They frown upon that.
What's strange is like they're like even on my like there's 3, and this is kind of concerning to me. There's 3 like. It doesn't give any details. It just says like unresolved and
Unknown.
circuit court.
Yeah.
The circuit's like felonies, right? Like, and they
I don't
and
know,
they were
dude.
circuit court's big boy court. Like, mine was I was a minor, and they they charged me as an adult, but ended up being a misdemeanor, and I believe like if you still pull it up, but it was all dropped right after
It'll
probation.
say on there dismissed.
Yeah. So,
some cases.
but yeah, like so that you got to take it with a grain of salt on the 4-1. But I use that app all the time, like all the time.
Good.
And what really raises my eyebrows is when there's nothing.
Oh, when
Fine.
it doesn't come up at all.
What do you mean nothing?
No, like
No. Like, nothing
no
pops up.
name, no
Yeah.
number, no
Oh,
email,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Like I was like,
It's a spoof.
yeah, like it's a spoof. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but okay. What other I mean, I got a story. It's not nearly as exciting as that one.
Jerry's got
Mine-
one too.
Yeah, I just had one. Last week, one of my agents closed on a deal.
You know what's so funny is of these three boys, I'd say Josh is by far like the most talkative. And it's like you've got him trained. You're like, it's like you guys had a chat in the car right here. You're like, listen,
There's
like,
legal liabilities that I have to look at.
I need you. Don't speak unless you're spoken to, unless you're asked, and then only answer the question you've been asked.
Give a chat GBT answer.
When it comes to politically correct things, I'm not the first one to answer.
All right, go
So
ahead.
anyway,
I'm
so they
sorry.
closed on this deal last week. Well, I was gone,
Yeah.
out of the country.
Living the dream. How was
Yeah.
that? How was your trip?
I wouldn't say it was living the dream. I did a mission trip to the Philippines.
He had
Um,
AC. He had a working
it's-
car.
It was, it was
How is the Philippines?
no place you'd ever want to live.
Really?
No. If they said, "Hey, here's $150,000 tax free every year, you can go live there," you would probably say no.
Well, this is very
At least in
awkward.
his where he
Well,
was.
okay, so
This is very awkward.
well, the whole city. Put it into perspective. The whole state of Michigan has what, 10 million people, right? The entire state.
Take your word
UP, Lower Peninsula. There are 30 million in the city of Manila.
Yo, that's too many people. No, that is too many people.
Oh, I'll show you videos. And they all, I won't say all, that's harsh. 70%, 75% live in squander. And when I say squander, I don't know of a place in the United States that lives like this.
It's very awkward. It's
Okay,
not-
think
well,
of, I think we've talked about it. You know the Whitaker family down in West Virginia? The inbred family that lives...
Do they have blue skin or something like that now?
you were telling me about them. Like, did they have a show or something? And
They had a
yeah.
documentary.
Yeah. I'm a
But anyways,
doing that.
even those living standards were above the living standards of 50% of Manila.
West Virginia is where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah. If you type in-
So, wow, this is
So-
a glamour shot of them. They look pretty. There's
Let me
five,
see.
five of them.
That is not the Whitaker.
I was
family.
like, they look like
no.
American Sweetheart right here, bro. Like, what's going on?
No. Yeah, no.
I thought this was.
That is not.
They got their own
even
website,
close.
dude. They got like I was like, man, Jerry is talking mad smack.
No.
Oh yeah, I
See
wanted
that
to-
tree behind them, that one branch? That's the Whitaker
Yeah,
family tree.
yeah. Oh no.
You got to look them up. But anyways, I think the average daily wage is $10.
What?
Well, 10 U.S. dollars.
No, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
This, man, that's
Okay, so
no. It's got to be more. Than
No.
that. It's got no.
somebody Google it. I know. Go on chat.
I got.
well, I googled their population, and you were off on that. But
What's Manila's population? Just
two.
That's still a lot of people, though, bro, in a city.
And then
it says 14 million for the
that's
Metro
the
Manila.
greater area.
Well, it's all
The
right there in that same area. It's. I mean, I only videos can show you, and then. But one thing I do have to say is the people are awesome. Very friendly, very open. That part was refreshing to see how people can be so happy with nothing.
yeah.
They really are. The school systems. We went to one school. They have, I think they said 6,000 or 7,000 kids in the one school, and we went to 3 different ones, and every one of them was just as big. The kids are extremely polite. I mean, that part of it was refreshing.
So this is
We
Go ahead.
we had one day, free time where we went to Subic Bay, and that part was a nice hotel and everything.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm like, I'm gonna get a massage. So I got a massage. Guess how much for an hour massage at a really nice hotel?
$4.
$15.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, dude, I was like, can I have like 3 hours, please?
There's their family tree for you.
That's not a lie. That's the Whitaker family tree.
oh, that's a bit much.
Yeah. Does it have pictures of them?
Yeah,
I
you don't.
gotta, let me see how to. Let me see if I can airdrop this bad boy. I'm doing a few things here. When I'm the freaking engineer, can't afford an engineer on our podcast just yet. Wow, there's a lot of ads on this website. Let's check out. Okay.
So
that's,
anyway, so
that is
the trip was
got
nice.
Pictures of them. Keep talking.
The,
I'm listening. I'm
the,
gonna
the trip
dive
was
into
nice,
this.
tiring because it was they're 12-hour difference, but travel time and everything, like to get home, took 30 hours.
Ooh.
So that was a little rough. A little rough.
I don't really want to download the family tree. Hang on a second. I just want to see it. It's like
So the tail of the trench.
1 millibyte.
So let's get back to that one.
Yeah.
So the tail of the trench. So I get home. One of my agents calls me and says, we're having an issue on a house we closed last week. The buyers. So there's 2 buyers. And the husband is a mortgage rep and the wife is a realtor. So they know the business.
Okay,
They should
sure.
know better. A week before closing,
where's it at?
Monroe.
It was Temperance, yeah.
Yeah. A week before closing, they mysteriously, the buyers mysteriously are $20,000 short to close because they need more money down than they thought.
Oh, this is back in the day.
No, this was last
This
week.
is like
Yeah,
I
back in the
swear.
day.
I swear you just
Like
told me a
7
story
days
like
ago.
this, like before the show.
Yeah, right.
Happened again.
So yeah, this was 7 days ago.
They're 20 grand short.
They're 20-some grand short on a $700,000
that is
house.
strange. That is strange.
Well,
for-
especially since you're a mortgage
since you're a
rep.
mortgage rep and you're a real estate agent.
You should
Yeah.
know better. So, anyways,
Interesting.
Let's strike
again,
one.
I was not around. I would have handled it differently.
I did not know either, so you can't blame me.
The agent handled it on her own. Everything. Anyways, they closed the deal. Now they got 40. The sellers had 45 days occupancy after closing. The buyers wanted to move stuff into a pole barn after closing. Buyers said no, or sellers said no 3 times. 3 times
Yeah.
because they kept asking.
And it's not just because they wanted to say no. It's because we have the keys. There are no keys on the property. There is no way to get in.
And they're still
Period.
there. I mean, they're not completely moved out.
Yeah,
So,
and the seller still had stuff there.
Who do you represent?
The seller.
we have the seller.
So
yeah,
we're
of
help or
course.
the seller's like we can't let them in even if we wanted to. Like
Right.
there is no way for you to let this in. So we kept on telling that to the buyers.
So, no, was the
No.
answer. So, what did the buyers do? The buyers go to the neighbors and say, hey, do you have a key? We're the new owners. We just want to put stuff in the pole barn.
Yeah.
So, the neighbors call the original owners, our clients, and say, hey, they're putting stuff in the backyard. Just wanted to let you know. Now, these are, again, people that are in the profession. They should know better. So, now my agent's calling me and saying, what should I do?
Because they're dropping not just anything, they're dropping brand new go-karts off at the in the back of the pole barn because they can't get in, so they're putting it in the back behind
Yeah.
it.
So I call. This is on a Sunday evening too, just an FYI. So now,
Dude, that is
I was not happy.
brazen.
I
Do I
was-
know these
No.
buyers?
Yeah.
Are they in the
have-
Monroe area? Are they
Yeah.
like licensed
Yeah.
in Monroe?
Yeah.
Because with your new congrats. I think we congratulated.
No,
you.
we didn't, 'cause I couldn't say the name because we were still in the
I
process.
congratulated you, but not
Yeah.
publicly.
Yeah.
So the reason Jerry is now owner of Gerwick Real Estate, which I mean they've been around forever.
40-some years.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean they've been around literally. I mean I saw them
Yeah.
growing up. So so now in Monroe and Dundee, right?
Correct. I got
Dundee?
Monroe and Dundee's office.
Love that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So continue. Sorry.
So I called the broker. Broker didn't answer. Called the agent. Agent didn't answer. So I left some kind messages on what was happening with the broker, and that it needed to be rectified immediately. And the agent called as well to no avail. So got a call back about a half an hour later from the broker, who apologized profusely.
Sure.
Had no clue what was going
Dude,
on.
I'm so not wanting to get a call from Jerry.
And,
I already know how that call is gonna go. Like
With
he's gonna be like,
experience.
dude, you need to go. What? I'm
Yeah.
secondhand embarrassment. I'm like, I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
But they're the bot. So they were self-represented then.
Yeah.
So they're the
Well, yeah.
buy. So like that would be like me dropping stuff.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
my client.
Yeah,
And Amanda being a mortgage rep.
That's so much worse.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if we have some crazy clients. Like they're like just doing stuff. I'll be like, I'll handle it. But they're doing it. Okay.
Well, that was where our frustration was. Is it's not like it was a buyer that the agent
rogue buyer,
said,
right, yeah.
hey, they're not listening to me. Sorry. No, you are the agent. Like, you know better. There is no oopsies, I didn't know. Like, we've told you 3 times now, no, and then you went and did it anyways.
Question. So they were 20 grand short on the purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Did she get commission? Or did she? I'm sure she worked it into the sale.
And
I
again,
don't
that's something that, again, we were not privy to beforehand.
What do you mean you
and
don't know? You guys.
I'd have to go check the
Yeah,
clause.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, if you guys all agree, right? I mean,
Yeah,
on,
of course.
on any
Of
purchase
course,
agreement, as long
yeah.
as the buyer and seller are agreeing and there's no reason to bring it to my attention, I don't micromanage every
No,
deal.
I'm just saying like her commission on that could have been 20
Could
grand.
absolutely,
Yeah,
and I 100% would have been.
let's see.
Then you're waiving your commission, right?
Yeah.
But again, wasn't made aware of the situation until after closing. So,
madness.
yeah,
I can tell you right now if she did or not.
I was.
So what do you do? So broker calls you.
A broker calls
apologizing
me,
for
apologizes. She calls her agent. Agent doesn't even answer the phone for her. And I get a call about an hour later from my agent stating the husband, the mortgage rep, called and said something to the effect of, "Oh, go ahead. I guess I'm going to get a tongue lashing now." So she's like, "No, just get the stuff off the property. You have until tomorrow." Which was kinder than I would have been because he said he didn't have a way to now go pick it up. Not my problem.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
caused this.
I'll throw it.
You
Yeah, I'll send you
created
the
the
bill.
mess.
Yeah.
You created the mess. I don't care if you got to go rent a U-Haul or rent your little pickup truck from Lowe's to go throw it in the back. You do what you got to do. Not my problem to get it off.
Oh,
right now.
so he had them like he bought them new.
I don't know
and
if he
had-
bought-
and had them delivered.
that I don't
No
know.
idea.
All I know is he had them dropped off. Whether he did it himself, somebody else did it. Again, don't care.
chuck in the truck.
Wasn't even part of the conversation because I didn't care how they got there. He could have a drone dropped it off. Didn't care.
They do that nowadays. Just so you
I'd
know.
be. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet.
It would be cool, but yeah, drop it out. So anyway, so yeah, that just happened last week.
You guys have good stories.
Well, it's because we've got now 50 agents to choose from.
Yeah, I guess that's
pick a
true.
story.
Yeah. Okay.
One of them's bound to have an issue.
I guess that's true. So, yeah, I mean, one of my clients I've been working with now for, I don't know, are we to a year? Like, their down payment was going to come from their retirement. And did she get commission? I got to know.
1%.
I mean, that's $7,000.
That's more than I would have given her.
Yeah. I mean, it's all
probably
about,
went
all,
to the broker.
It's all about net. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's all about shit. Reach cap. Shit, so it's all about net.
probably didn't
right?
have a cap.
Yeah, it's all right. Oh, there's brokers without caps.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Gerwick Real Estate didn't have caps.
Wow, I bet they love you. Or wait,
You know what? I'll be honest. So since you brought it up, Dave. I mean, when it first happened, you got to remember, like you said, the Gerwicks have owned the business
Yeah.
for 45 years, and they had zero clue that this was coming. So to say that there was some
the Gerwig. Oh, it was. They didn't. Weren't
The
what?
agents.
Nobody
The
knew.
agents.
Oh, the
Agents.
agents.
Yeah, the agents didn't know that
I
this was
see.
coming.
Yeah. I was like, how does?
Yeah. So, and I mean, I think that if they heard this, they would be fine. No, they were a little taken off.
Yeah, man.
And so no, that first couple of weeks was a little contentious, and it wasn't. I don't want to say necessarily towards me or towards the sellers. It was a whole situational thing, right?
Sure, of
you know.
course.
So, but it's good now. Every one of them stayed, so I was happy
that's
with that.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things are good, and I saved some of them upwards of $15,000-$20,000 a year in commissions.
So when are you cool? Can we talk about?
Sure.
Can we? Like,
I
and
don't hide
if there's
anything, man,
anything like so when we're talking about cap, right? So and I think this is important to like help people understand things too. Right, so all real estate commissions are negotiable, right? You need to earn a commission selling real estate. You need to be a licensed real estate agent. If your buddy's like, I helped them sell a house and give me a cut, that's illegal. And so unless you're the homeowner. So, but to have a real estate license, like I can't just go and be like, I'm licensed. Like I hold a builder's license in the state of Michigan, but like you can just hold that independently. The broker, being that it's a much more like you're dealing with consumers and individuals, the state's like, well, you can screw a lot of people selling real estate, so we need a you need to be underneath somebody, and that somebody is called a broker. And so that's your Synergy, that's your your Gerwick, that's your Century 21, that's your whoever, right? Like fill in the blanks now. And so the brokers obviously need to make money because there's insurance, there's overhead, there's there's the babysitting agents, dude. There's been a broker hounding me, dude. Like I don't even know who she's kind enough, but I'm like, honey, you can find agents doing more than me, like to spend your time at. Like I said, I even told her, I was like, no, me and the Bobbits were like tight. She's like, well, yeah, but what's your growth plan? I was like, I don't know. What's your growth plan for me? Like you tell, I was like, I've tried the page. She's like, well, we do a whole thing. I was like, oh, so you can guarantee to get me so much more? Well, there's no guarantee. I was like, no shit, Sherlock. Of course there's not. So don't pitch me with like hypothetical what you can do for me. I was like, I'm not sure what would have to happen. Like the Bobbits would have to. They'd have to shit the bed pretty good, like for me to just split for them over a few grand of caps, right?
I'm gonna go in business and open a jiu-jitsu academy with.
Yeah,
I won't say his name.
Yeah, dude. Like it's like, so I'm licensed under Synergy Realty, obviously, and they get a cut of sales, right? So of a commission, let's say easy math, let's say it's $1,000 commission, okay? There's a percentage of sales that they get up to a certain cap. And so the cap is, and I barely hit it each year or whatever, but there are some brokerages where the brokerage takes a percentage of the cut indefinitely, right? So of that commission, that's why when commissions are paid they're actually paid, I should clarify, they're paid to the brokerage, right? So that David Fox doesn't get a commission check. Synergy Realty gets a commission check, and then from there, I get paid, a proceed of that, and then I get to pay taxes and insurance and all the other, and then, by the time you're paying, out all the self-employment type stuff, it's smaller than the number everybody sees. And I tell them, commissions, bro, you're paying. There's a lot of mouths to feed out of that. And a lot of people, a minimum 4, right? But even from there, look at, how upset you get looking at your gross pay on your check, and then you take FICA and Medicare, and you're like, what is it? It's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Except worse.
Yeah, it's work because you got your own, I get to pay my own health insurance. So I digress, right? So all that to say, bring it back to the brokerages now, Jared. What I would have I'm not going to give you permission to whack me, but if you had no cap, I'd still be with Synergy, right? Because how many times have I called you up at 11 at night or early, or dude, I messaged you, and I know he's like, I'm out of the country, just so you know. And if it was anybody else, I'd be like, oh, cool, don't bother him. But I'll be like, yo, Jerry, real quick. I mean, so I'm messaging him. He's in Manila. And he's responding. You've responded on cruise ships, back in, same with Jordan. So that support is there. And that's hugely beneficial. But there's a lot of other agents. And I think it's pretty awesome that I'm assuming you kept the same, you moved Synergy's cap limit to Gerwick. And some of these agents, again, I don't sell really enough to for it to make, if you're selling, some of these agents are selling 30 units a year or 50 units a year. I mean, you're out of that, they're paying tens of thousands of dollars in commission, in split commission, commit cap fees. Thank you. With their brokerage, it's just not an issue for a small fish like me. But these guys, you came in, you buy the company, you buy the brokerage, and you're like, hey, by the way, you're all going to see $5,000 more on your personal income this year, or 5 figures more on your personal income.
I mean, one of them saw a $20,000 difference in a paycheck,
or in
a year annual.
If she did her same units, she'd make $20,000 more.
If she did what?
Yeah. If she did the same volume,
same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's sweet, man. Yeah, I think that's. Well, and I understand both sides. If you're, if I own it's tough because it's not like selling a company, right? Like selling a company, those people work direct.
Right.
They are your employees, right? So like that would be like, I don't know. Let's say Uber sold. Like everyone on Uber is like a 1099. Mm-hmm. Like, and all of the, all these agents underneath the brokerages, like they don't work for you. But you're responsible for which is kind of great. You're responsible for their actions.
Yeah.
There's no.
Don't you want to be a broker?
I'm not sure what would have to happen for me to like want to open a brokerage. There's nothing in the foreseeable future.
We hear agents all the time say, "Oh, we want to."
Stupid.
And we just sit back. We're like, "Good, like have fun." We're like, it's not all sunshine
When I
and rainbows.
first met Jerry, he had an agent, top performing agent. He had just opened. He opened one, right? He opened a brokerage. He was doing like well, and then he's super cool dude. And now he's back. Now he's back as just an agent. Just top performer because sometimes that's.
And if you ask him
that's
if he'd do
better.
it all over again, he'd tell you probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, he enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
Like he says that, but to do it all over again, I don't know.
It's like one of those things you take. It's just a different skill set, bro. You're going from managing and leading people to running a business. Like you can get a lot of you can make good money. You make a good career being a super high performing real estate agent.
Absolutely.
And you're just like, you're a one man show. Like, who's sold Liz? Oh man, I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name. This guy. I wouldn't take his phone call if I didn't have a half hour to talk to him because he just would not shut up. He was an agent, super cool. I like him a lot, but I'm like, bro, text me. Like I can't do that. And it was all, but like you can do really well, but that skill doesn't transfer necessarily well to managing agents and like, imagine being the broker of that agent dropping her 4-wheelers or go-karts off at.
Oh, I've had
homeboy, dude.
I've had and I don't want to say the stupidity, but it's stupidity sometimes. And I call, and trust me, it's not a call you want to get from
though.
me.
That's past stupidity. Those guys were entitled, dropping their
Yeah,
stuff off.
that was. But when I say stupidity, it was just really an agent doing something that they shouldn't have done. They should have known better. But yeah, and you get those calls, and you better respond in a timely fashion and be able to get the results that need to happen. And unfortunately, there's more brokers than not that are very passive and just don't care, and they're just there to get their check. And
Okay, so, and I'll add this. I'm not getting paid to say this.
Uh-oh.
If you have a friend who tries to pitch you, I am not allowed to say it. Yeah, that's what Jerry has to worry about with me, is saying stuff that's gonna get us in jail. But if you have someone pitching you to be a real estate agent, like they would Mary Kay, and they start talking about if you can refer other people to be agents, don't do that. Like, and if it begins with 3 letters, like don't do that because it's not gonna work out for you, and I can explain why. Good friend of mine pitched me on that, and I was just like, bro.
Yeah.
The teaser video he said was a dude like a testimonial video. He's like, I haven't sold a house in 3 years. I just refer agents. I was like,
So you're a pyramid scheme.
Kinda.
Which is
right?
crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do. I know Jordan, you got to get out of here, but we got a couple. Let's see. I'm gonna do screen share. Yeah. All right. Cool. So, some Reddit rundowns, aka internet stories. It's honestly wild how cheap pull behind RVs right now. You can buy a literal home on wheels that sleeps 6 to 8 for only $10K right now. These aren't junkers, but clean, lightly used ones. This is an incredible buying opportunity. Thank you, COVID era.
So
Okay, so and these are some. I'm not in the RV game, but you know what? I would love to correct before I open up the floor. That's not a home.
It's not a home.
It's not a home.
So
at all. You can sleep in it, but by that
Where are
definition,
you
my
gonna-
Civic is
where are you gonna park it? So are you taking it to a one of those parks where that's what you do is you just go and sit there, go and look up how much those parks cost in lot rent, and then there goes your savings.
Oh yeah, no, I had a client. Oh, I guess that was a mobile home though.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But
though.
it was
$800.
$800 a month in
Lot rent.
lot fees.
And what they
for
No.
in
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
This town, I can't. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but like in a town where I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that town, you know.
The worst part about them too, especially when you're getting into those mobile home parks, the ones where they're a little bit more permanent, it's not so much that it's not only is it $800 a month lot rent, no matter in perpetuity, like it's just never ending.
It goes up.
It goes up too, but your trailer costs, as far as the value of your trailer,
It's a depreciation.
It-
Like any other vehicle.
tanks.
Like any other vehicle,
it
it
tanks.
depreciates.
And that's what
then-
people need to understand.
Yeah.
It's not, and I'm not trying to be mean when I say it, but it is not a house.
Uh-oh,
Are we good?
No, you're good.
Maybe.
You're good. I might, if my camera goes out, I'll just go sit over by Josh. It looks like I got low battery. You're good. Keep going.
So you have to be, and that's what people need to understand is it's not a house. It is. You don't go into a real estate office to buy one of these. What you end up doing is finding it's a car dealer. That's who does the transfer, because you end up going to the Secretary of State and getting the title signed over to you, just like you would your, like you said, your 1974, Civic. And so there's a huge depreciation in them, and
There's a lot of predatory stuff going on too.
yeah, and unfortunately, you're when you go to buy them, yeah, you can get a good deal on them, and that's because people are trying to get out of them into homes, and the interest rates are high on them, values go down on them, and then it's almost impossible to move them because financially it's just not even worth moving because the cost is so exorbitant to move.
Right.
Now,
Yes.
if you can get one, and it's on your own private property,
Completely different.
totally different. As long as the tongue has been removed on the front, wheels have been removed, and it's on a permanent foundation, now you can go ahead and sell those like you would a regular home.
You need like an affidavit of a fixture
Yeah,
still and a couple
Really?
other things.
So you can, if you throw a mobile home on cinder blocks.
So not
Becomes
not
real
like,
estate?
Not like that. Not those type of. You're talking about actual modular or manufactured homes. Not that. Not
I'm
like the
talking
actual
about a
trailers.
trailer park. Like
Yeah.
you take a trailer park and you throw it on cinder block. It's real estate.
So it's got to be a permanent foundation, where you can't just pick it up. And
Yeah,
move
the
it
wheels have got to been removed. The tongue has to be removed. It has to be a permanent foundation on
like
the
so you
property.
can't just sit it there. It's got to be kind of built in a little bit more. But you can put it in on blocks, almost like you had like a crawl.
Yeah.
Like you see a crawl.
Right. That's what. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I thought I didn't know if you meant like just here's two.
No,
blocks, two
no,
blocks,
no. Like
slap it down.
like you build a
Yeah.
mortar bed wall.
Yeah.
Two row high or whatever,
Yeah.
and then yep.
I've sold them before.
Yeah.
And that's where
It's not. Dude, it's like have you seen the framing in those?
I have.
It's like one by. Like it's
two
not,
clients that are actually.
Well, I didn't say it's going to be easy to get a mortgage.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
they can be. It's a little bit
But
harder.
it is possible, and then it depends on, like you said, it depends on the mode or the way it's been built. Is it a modular or is it a manufactured?
Yeah, those are very different. Yeah.
So all that starts to come into play.
All right. Well, so just food for thought, right? You may be able to live in it, but that doesn't make it a home or an appreciating asset like real estate and single family homes are. Moving right along to
Next.
this might be a question for Joe. All right. Y'all sleep on USDA loans when looking to buy a home. Approximately, not just reading it, approximately 90% of the United States is USDA eligible, and USDA has no down payment.
I don't know if that number.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're talking about this, because I was like, yo, I mean, I got some people who could use a zero down, no money down. Allows the seller to pay. The USDA has no down payment and allows the seller to pay up to 6% of the price of the home.
Concessions.
Oh, I see. There is an income limit, but the income limit starts at $112, which is not great. And minimum credit score is only 580. Many loan officers don't promote USDA loans, but I do. I love USDA loans. What else do you want to know about USDA? Well, we're going to open the comments while you guys go ahead and talk.
Are they a loan
because-
officer?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I'm gonna pull some comments. What was her income and no one cares. Take a look at the client who just closed last month using a USDA loan and got their $500 earnest money to pay. I mean, like, these situations exist. This entire thing is
I wouldn't
ridiculous.
say 97%. I mean, you're getting a lot of red. Red is ineligible.
Ineligible.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got a large
That's a decent
portion
portion.
that is,
But you
however,
also
that's
have to
not
look-
97%.
Right, but when you look at that, where all the red dots are, that's where most of the people live.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Dakota's
I
eligible.
know, Wyoming.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's for more. You've got to have limited sizes in the town and different things.
So I got one. This is interesting. I got one 2.8 fixed rate, 0 down, 1,500 due diligence. I never bothered because I heard it was difficult to qualify. Might be in my future though. And she says it's really not. It's the lenders who don't understand it.
I mean, there's lenders around here that do USDA, and there are some properties that are USDA. And what's funny about USDA is it's really spotty. So you can go into a city where you would think that it's not, and there might be a couple of properties that are there. So it's really, what do they call, address
Yeah, address
specific. Sorry, thank you.
Interesting.
They're good. They're. I mean, the Monroe office uses them quite a bit. We just had one that just closed. That was a USDA loan.
This is why I read the comments. I'm in the process of buying a home with a USDA loan, and it has been the most intrusive process I've ever experienced. Well, sure. I mean, like if you're going through SBA, it's like you're going through the SBA,
any
right? Like
loan.
a 203 or whatever.
203.
Like,
But any loan is intrusive. Listen, if you want me to give you $200,000, $400,000, be ready for me to ask you every question I want. Right? I mean, not to be funny, I'll bring Josh. Josh hit a road bump and needed some financial assistance a while back. And I told him, listen, when you start coming to me, that opens the door for me to start asking you questions on where's your money going.
of course.
And if you don't want my money, don't take it.
Yeah.
And I won't ask you any questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's intrusive. If you don't want their money, go pay cash.
She says every time I submit everything, they ask of me and come back again with another round of questions and document. I mean, that's. I mean,
Is that Rocket or was that?
yeah. No, but and then it has a lot to do with the loan officer. If they're well
That's true.
versed, they can assist.
I agree.
Well, USDA, it's a federal program. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty intimately familiar with the SBA, and like this is just what they do. They just lose your shit, like, or they drag their feet, and then like
Need it updated.
When we were getting this building, it took them 90 days, right? Like your docs are good for 90 days. Stuff went on, and there was other circumstances, but like stuff went on. Stop. No, there was.
No, I'm saying
do
that's
you
what
mean?
was going on.
Stuff went on for like, it took them so long. They're like, well, everything you just sent me is now expired.
Yeah.
So we need it all again. And dude, that was,
Should I keep paying my other payments?
Yeah, you should always keep your other debts current. Right, so if you currently owe the SBA money, you don't ask them.
Hypothetically.
Don't ask them for more money until those loans are current. They won't.
They
do
frown
that,
upon
right?
that.
If you owe Jerry money and you're past due on what you owe him, it's probably best you don't ask Jerry for more money.
The Bank of Jerry
yeah.
is closed.
I need to look into this though, man. I'm curious. So it's kind of like put in the address, see if it's eligible.
Yeah,
Is there
I think there's actually a
You can.
website.
It's a
Yeah.
website. Yeah, you can.
All right, let's check it out. Okay. So, but it seems like a cool thing. 203, we've talked about 203. It's how I got my first house, but
It's how-
4 months.
One of my clients.
They're painful.
One of my clients is going through that right now.
Is the seller an individual?
No, this one is a
Right.
bank.
Because they're not going to do it.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
They're just not. They're not going to wait.
Barb
say,
in our
6
office,
months, bro.
I mean, they wanted to do one,
She's
and
a
or
sweetheart,
they had the
man.
listing, and the buyer wanted to do it. I'm like, listen, I can't tell you not to do it. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't do it, right? But just know, I'm telling you, don't do it.
Yeah.
But if your seller wants to do it, God bless them.
Yeah.
3 months later, they're like, yeah, it didn't work. I'm like,
Oh.
Shocker.
Oh, and it fell through.
yeah, whether it's the mortgage rep's fault, the buyer's fault, the process, whatever. But with one of the things along with the 203K is you're only allowed to use contractors that are 203K approved, right? They have to be on an approved list.
I think I don't think it's hard to do. You
How-
just need a license, right?
Well, you have to be on the list, and it probably isn't that hard.
Yeah.
But those contractors also have to be willing to not get paid
That was an issue for us.
anything until the job's done.
He didn't realize
approved.
that. Yeah, he didn't. So he didn't realize. It's actually we had a really cool mortgage. I didn't know his name. Jack Schwartz was his name. I don't know how. I just remembered that. That was crazy. But like he was the mortgage rep.
Yeah.
The contractor was like asking me for money. I was like, I think they're paying you out. I already paid this once with the mortgage I got, so I'm not gonna pay it twice. Talk to. And then he's like, well, I didn't know I'd have to wait. And then
Yeah.
Jack was like, he's a big boy. I'll explain to him what he signed up for. And so Jack, the mortgage rep,
Yeah.
has actually called him and was like, dude, like what, like submit it, right? Just go submit it and get the job done. And then like with each, because they'll pay in draws.
Yeah.
Like if you
Like,
do
you get the windows done, the-
painting,
yeah.
the painting, the windows, whatever. Like they'll
But
pay
those
you
all have
draws
to be
on it.
inspected. So every time you got to have an inspector come back out, and you're supposed to have it inspected again, whether that
I
happened
don't-
or not.
I mean, we
don't
didn't
know.
do anything substantial. Like it was like some drywall. So, like it was
Yeah.
really not much. But so USDA loans. All right. People are going to think we falsely titled this podcast because they're selling Hell, Michigan. So we should probably talk about this article. And then they're going to
that.
Next week, we are going to have the new owners of Hell, Michigan on the show. Meet the Brighton family who just bought Hell, Michigan. At first I thought it was the Everdeens. I was like Katniss Everdeen. Evelyn and Adam Eberlein.
I think it's kind of funny if you look. Who bought it?
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve just bought Hell.
Adam and Eve just bought Hell, Michigan. Yeah, the unofficial mayors of Hell is the Livingston County hamlet. Right? So they bought it for $645,000. I've never been to Hell, Michigan. I'll have to go check this out. Hopefully they got more than just the wedding chapel for that price. But
I think they got an ice cream place.
Okay.
A couple of
Yeah, she's
And a couple
working
of
the show. Evelyn's going to be on there. So yeah, and you can check it out. It's not very. How far is it from here? It can't be that. Crematory.
It's west of here.
I'll say
A
it's like an hour or
crematory.
two.
Yeah, that's the ice cream place.
Holy cow, dairy. Oh, welcome to Hell. Population varies daily. Yeah, I suppose. All right. Well, they're going to be on next week. And so if you guys have any questions, in the meantime, I'm going to do some research into this USDA. I mean, if it's like per address, I wonder what the time, it's probably time frame though too, right? It's probably a similar thing as a 203K.
No, USDA? No.
No.
Oh, is it fit 30 days?
It's,
What do you
it's
mean?
for closing. Yeah, it's,
Closing.
Oh,
it's similar.
probably depending on how busy they are at the time.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
think it's
little
going to
bit
be
extra.
I don't think it's going to be like
It's more like a Mishta.
203.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
like a Mishta. You may have a week
Oh,
or
that's
two.
better.
Yeah,
45
yeah,
days then. Okay, something like that. So, all right, fam. Well, wherever you're seeing this, hit the prompt, the follows, subscribes, whatever. And then, we are now Jerry's got office at. Do we care which brokerage they go? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you, I'm sure. But, matters to us at Synergy, which agent you go with.
You got 4
I mean, if I like the Gerwick agents, I don't know any of them, but they, if you're looking for, go shop. I'm spending a lot of time in Monroe, some time in Jackson these days. Happy to show you some homes once you show us a pre-approval letter. So, which we can help you get. So, as always, guys, we'll talk to you next week, and thanks so much.